And we begin with our correspondent, Brian Enton. Brian.
Marnie, this is now a criminal investigation. It is possible that someone or more than one person could now be charged after this tragedy. Behind the fence, behind me in the venue, the police have asked that all the equipment remain in place while they investigate and retrace exactly what happened here. And take a look at this. Along the sidewalk, all around this area, it has been turned into a memorial for the victims who did not survive. A crowd surge causing all-out chaos. 8 people supposed to enjoy the Astroworld concert in Houston, instead killed. Dozens more injured, many reportedly suffocated and trampled. When did you first know something was wrong?
Honestly, right when we got there.
Lola Lingos and her friend Grace Williams were at the Travis Scott concert together. This video shows Lola crushed in the middle of the crowd.
We couldn't get over the fence. I had to have a guy pick me up and throw me over the fence onto the ground. And I think I didn't even land on my feet. I had to have somebody literally pick my whole body up and throw me to get out.
That's when the friends saw 3 lifeless bodies.
Everybody was screaming, "Stop the show, stop the show," and nobody was doing anything. Like, everybody was trying to stop it, but nothing was happening.
Were there medics around? Was there anyone to help?
No, I did not sing a medic. The people that were being CPR'd on, they were being CPR'd on by teenagers or people in their early 20s who did not know what they were doing, obviously.
Police say it took close to 40 minutes from the time a mass casualty event was declared to the time the concert was stopped. The big question now, what took so long?
You cannot just close when you got 50,000 and over 50,000 individuals, okay? We have to worry about riots when you have a group that's young.
The deadly concert is all now part of a criminal investigation, with detectives combing over surveillance video from the event, trying to determine what went wrong.
We want to show you what it looked like when the festival opened its doors today.
Travis Scott is known for encouraging his fans to, quote, rage. This promotional video he posted on Twitter back in 2019 even shows his fans knocking over barriers and stampeding. Still, he insists that he did not know the horror that was unfolding while he was on stage Friday night.
And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need.
What would you say right now to Travis Scott?
Do better. I think it was easily preventable. He could have taken the time out of his day to get everyone to back up. He had all the power in his hands. The crowd listens to him.
And the police chief here in Houston says he met with Travis Scott and his head of security before this concert, and the chief says he had concerns about safety. We know that the youngest of the injured victims is just a 10-year-old little boy. His family today told us, Marnie, that almost all of his major arteries and organs are badly damaged, and that he was likely trampled during all of this.
Brian, it is just heartbreaking. Shouldn't have happened. It's happened before. We all have to be better. One thing that stood out to me that people are asking today, me included, is you heard the crowd chanting, "Stop the show." So the question is, did Travis Scott hear that? Was he aware? What is he saying tonight about what he knew?
He's saying he did not know that this was a serious incident. We went over the Apple stream where you could see close-ups of him, and it was hard to tell whether he knew what was actually going on. But everyone we've interviewed said they knew what was going on. They were screaming for the concert to stop, and it went on for 37 minutes from when the fire department first declared this a mass casualty event.
And we heard the police chief there, Brian, in your piece say they couldn't back the police off and stop the concert as it was. He was concerned about rioting, but he did meet with Travis Scott before the event. So do we know how many officers or security were on hand and if they were prepared?
Well, different people in the city have said different things about the number. We're still trying to nail that down. Some have said close to 500 officers were here keeping an eye on things. But again, most of the people we talked to who were there say there just was not enough security, bottom line.
Brian, how about this officer who was jabbed with the needle in his neck? What have you learned about that?
Yeah, that's another sort of mystery that everyone is trying to figure out, that even the Houston police chief has talked about. He says there was this security officer who was in the process of apprehending someone during the show and felt a needle go into his neck. Some of the other people that we've talked to who were at the show say they didn't see anyone else stuck with a needle, but they did hear of other people walking around warning the crowd, saying, hey, there's someone out here with syringes sticking people. So we know that is officially part of the investigation.
Just so much chaos and so many lives lost. Brian Enton live for us in Houston tonight. Brian, thank you. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.